Climate change is nothing new, and the tourism and hospitality industry has been greatly impacted by climate change. The main industry that I am focusing on is the ski industry. Skiing is one of the biggest things that climate change has impacted. Studies in 1988 estimated that if there were a 2.5 degrees Celsius average temperature change, that the skiable days would decrease by 60%. This would reduce skier visits and have a great economical cost of about $1.7 billion for resorts. All of this was confirmed by the IPCC. Obviously, the main impact from climate change is less snow, due to the fact winters have been starting later and leaving earlier. Average normal snowfall in 1971 to 2000 was 66.4 inches in the greater Portland area, and the average normal snowfall from 1981 to 2010 was 61.9 inches in the greater Portland area. That's almost a 5-inch decrease in average snowfall just in 10 years. There hasn't been a record snowfall since 2000, and 2 least snowy winters since the year 2000. Snowmaking is probably the biggest adaptation that a resort can rely on. Snowmaking has been around since about 1950, but has only been necessary for the ski industry in the last 10 years. There are environmental impacts from using snow guns, obviously. They use lots of water and energy. For example, just for a 200 by 200 square foot plot with only 6 inches of snow, it takes up about 74,600 gallons of water, and most places take from rivers, lakes, and streams that are nearby their resort. Sugarloaf has been using Carrabassett River for a while now, but now has switched over to using their own wells because it was really impacting the organisms that were living in the river, and it was also lowering the amount of water that was in the river because of how much water is necessary to make snow for the whole mountain. A better way to get water that some resorts have relied on is using treated sewage water. Snowbowl was actually the first mountain in 2012 to be 100% treated sewage water for their snowmaking. This has a lot of benefits because they can use as much water pretty much as needed, and they just send the water to a plant that takes all the harmful chemicals out, so they can use it to make snow. Like everything, it has backdraws. There are reports of some metals still being in the snow, and in the spring when there's runoff from the rain, the snow gets into nearby bodies of water, and there's some evidence that it may contribute to having an effect on some spawning of fish in the spring. There's also a thing called an airless snow gun. Mount Abram puts them in 2015, about 25 of them. They reduce air consumption by 50% and also a carbon effect of 402,804 pounds. These guns also use zero electrical energy. Obviously, the ski industry has contributed to the climate change with the emission of greenhouse gases. This was a short summary of what I believe is most important to talk about. Thank you all for watching.